In the study of fine arts, our world has seen many walks of life cross back and forth between the threshold of media. From early day theater and satire, the industry of entertainment continues to evolve in many shapes, sizes, and sounds. But our story in theater will take a small detour and pay a visit to an up-and-coming filmmaker in the Baltimore community. Just inside the 695 Beltway is the College of Fine Arts and Communications at Towson University, home to some of the DMV's most ambitious film students, but our story focuses on one student.
Hello, my name is Samuel Kohnen. I am a fifth-year student at Towson University. I am a film major and a friend of Michael's. Towson's taught me a lot, not just with technical skills, but also with being able to get myself out there and being able to market myself as a filmmaker. I've definitely scored more gigs this year than I ever have before in my life, and I really do have to thank Towson University for that. Also, I'm in Lambda Kappa Tau, also known as LKT. It is a social club for film majors and other media creators of any kind. The people in there have definitely helped me expand my influence a little bit.
Industry itself can be a tree. On that tree are many branches that can lead to many different outcomes. For Sam, his passion has helped him navigate this highway and make his own routes. As we all know, a production is not a man of one army, it is a team. In the city of Baltimore are different filmmakers on both the independent and corporate level. Sam's path has created something much bigger for him, something stronger in unison that is hard to find. Some call it a job, while others will call it a family.
My main line of work at the moment, what pays the bills most of the time, is being a barista. But I have taken on quite a few gigs in recent months, which include going to Philly and shooting an art project for some company that's probably gonna fail, but I don't care because they pay me. Shooting a music video in Baltimore, shooting another music video in Baltimore. And on all of these shoots, you learn every single time. Each one is a learning experience of its own in some different way. Maybe this time everything goes great and you really just get to play with all the gear and figure out some new techniques because you have time and you're paid and you got time and you can do whatever you want. But then you have gigs where you are 4 hours behind and it's 6 a.m. and you're tired and you've got to figure out how you're just going to make it through the day, how you're going to keep things running efficiently, how you're going to keep them running smooth, and how you're going to get the product done for the client.
In the world of production, there is nothing greater than having the experience on a team. Throughout the educational study of film, there are many walks of life that students will encounter. Some students have industry experience, while others have only the independent experience that they walked in with. Students benefit greatly when learning from those who have done the job. In Towson's College of Fine Arts and Communications, film students have the ability and resources to create masterpieces that reflect their true passions. Sam's experience has not only allowed him to do industry work, but also benefited him with the studies at the university.
It's hard to find work. As a college student trying to work in film, it can be hard. Gigs only kind of come up when you're not looking for them. It's weird because as soon as I start texting a bunch of people and calling a bunch of people, be like, hey, do you have any work? Nobody has anything. But as soon as I'm just like, okay, time to clock in at the coffee shop and clock out and go to school, then all of a sudden, 5 different people message me and are like, hey, can you do this? Can you film this? Can you be here and work on this? And yeah, I can. But then what? I'm working on all these things, and then what? So it's scary because I don't really know if I'm gonna have consistent work.
In the road to success, one will meet their challenges during the ride. In the fast-growing world of technology, the film industry is always looking for new ways of doing things. Methods that once required people have now been filled with alternative approaches in making production work. In the film industry, the new industry methods have caused students to consider adjustments when approaching the field for the first time. Intimidation can be an inspiration to some and a deterrent to others. For Sam, it was just the first step into the real world of film.
I can really learn from the challenges I'm facing with actually securing jobs, using that as motivation, sort of, because that kind of fear of not being able to work, which is a crazy thought, because who fears not finding work, especially when everyone, never mind, I'm not gonna go off on a rant. I think I just need to work on putting myself out there better and really branding myself and reaching out to more people. I think that's what I've really learned over this last year, is that this industry is really all just about reaching out and getting into contact with as many people as you possibly can and getting in contact with the right people. But the more people you know, the more people know you, which is good, because then when casting calls come around and crew calls come around, and suddenly your name is on a list that some guy has. You don't even really know the guy, but he knows you, and he kind of knows you, and they need people, and you're people.
As the saying goes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, or a minor setback to a major comeback. A filmmaker is always tested with hoops and hurdles during their career. Whether it's pre-production or post-production, those challenges face anyone who dares to step foot on a professional set. For Sam, these challenges have made him stronger in his practice. His current line of employment serves as his self-employment for the time being. If the goal is not money, then what is it for Sam? The answer is gaining industry experience so he can use the challenges he faces to make him more effective.
I have learned that this industry sucks, but in a good way. It's rough, it's entirely based on, I feel like it's half based in luck and half based in knowing someone. And that's scary. But I've learned a lot, technically. Over my time at Towson, I have learned more about cameras. I have learned more about cameras and lights than I knew there was to know about. And I'm still learning. And I don't think I'll ever stop learning. There's always something new to learn.
Until the final camera rolls in a filmmaker's life, the journey is never done. For Sam, his career has just begun to roll. With just a skip in the log left in his college curriculum, Sam has a far journey ahead of him. Honing a stronger axe, he is now able to fight harder battles in the film industry. For Sam, it is a matter of casting the fishing lure and seeing what bites the hook. Ambitions continue to inspire him as a film student at Towson and have sparked his interest in the indie genre. His current tenure at Towson has placed him on a set of various genres, making him a versatile filmmaker in both the areas of cinematography, writing, and editing. Before one can truly say they are a filmmaker, it is fair to expect that they have touched the general areas of making a production. And in Sam's, there were just the baby steps in preparing him for a much longer journey that lies ahead.